Iraqi security officials have confirmed that the government has lost control of the city of Fallujah in the western Anbar Province. They say Fallujah is now in the hands of the al-Qaeda-linked group, the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. Earlier reports suggested that army forces were in control of most areas in Fallujah. Fallujah and the provincial capital Ramadi have been the scene of clashes between security forces and al-Qaeda-affiliated militants since Monday. Dozens have so far been killed in the violence. The fighting erupted after army forces removed an anti-government protest camp in Ramadi, which they said was being used by al-Qaeda-linked militants.
There have been several days of fierce fighting in western Iraq as government forces and tribesmen battle al-Qaeda-linked militants. The fighting broke out on Monday after troops dismantled a protest camp in the city of Ramadi. Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki ordered that the site be cleared. He said the site had become a headquarters for the leadership of al-Qaeda, which is behind the growing insecurity in Iraq. On Friday in Ramadi and Fallujah, police and tribesmen fought against the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, which operates in Iraq and Syria. The militants have been receiving support from some regional Arab countries. Dozens of militants and civilians were killed in the day's fighting. Meanwhile, the security forces have been taking control of more areas which had earlier fallen into the hands of the militants. The anti-terror operations in Iraq have been criticized by media outlets in some regional Arab countries, which continue to provide support to the extremists and to fuel sectarianism in the region. Those same critics have already accused Baghdad of marginalizing its Sunni population. But a closer look at the situation shows otherwise. Major Sunni tribes in Anbar and elsewhere oppose al-Qaeda and are fighting against it alongside government forces. Also, the government has given Sunni officials high posts and cracked down on Shia militants too, particularly the militants operating in Basra in 2008.
Iraqi army is available in all Iraqi provinces. Didn't our forces go to Basra? At that time, we didn't hear anybody protest and nobody said why the Iraqi army went there. They want to restrict the Iraqi army. According to the constitution, the army is Iraqi army. The army is not Prime Minister's army or Shias or Sunnis or Kurdish army. It's all Iraqi's army. It has to go wherever it's necessary to go.
Baghdad previously criticized Saudi Arabia for its policy toward Iraq, saying the kingdom does not want to be a friendly neighbor. Now Iraq, which is grappling with a wave of violence sweeping across the country, expects regional countries not to create obstacles in the way of the government's efforts to end the bloodshed.